This is to share my experience as a member of Hyderabad youth, especially on the song Om Namo Narayanaya, Hari Om Narayanaya, Sri Lakshmi Narayanaya, Sri Sai Narayanaya, Hari 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 Om Narayana. This is one of that folk-based bhajan song which we had the rare opportunity of singing in the physical divine presence of Bhagawan. And once upon a time, Swami called about 60 boys at a stretch into his interview room, and he spoke to us about one and a half hours. We said, Swami, we want to sing bhajans which we sing in Grama Seva when we go to the villages. Swami said, yes, I want to hear those songs. The first song was Radha Nache Gopi Nache. The second song was Sai Mata Biddalam Andaram. And the third song was Om Namo Narayana, Hari Om Narayanaya. The moment we started this song, all the youth started dancing and Swami was standing in bliss, closing his eyes, and then he was in his own world. And we had a great opportunity to watch Swami. In fact, I should tell you, after this song, all 60 of us were sweating and we were dancing, and Swami's robe was drenching in this sweat. And we all apologized to Swami, saying that, Swami, we are extremely sorry. In our enthusiasm, we were dancing and singing for you, and then we see that your divine robe is wet because of our sweat. Swami said, Are, na battalu, mee chamata, mee premara idanta. I am so happy, I am so happy, I am so happy. Thank you, Swami, for giving us this opportunity as part of Hyderabad Youth Group. Sai Ram.
Om Namo Narayanaya, Hari Om Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Hari Om Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, Hari Om Narayanaya.
Grama Seva, Rama Rajyamanna,
ప్రేమమయము గ్రామ సేవయన్ను రామ సేవయసుని రామరాజ్యమన్న ప్రేమమయము ప్రేమ లేకయున్న క్షేమంబు లేదయ సేవ లేకయున్న శాంతి లేదు సేవ లేకయున్న శాంతి లేదు.
Om Sri Sai Ram. What a divine clarion call that was. It's fresh in my mind. That day, September 29th, 1996, Bhagawan in the Cyclone Hall walks up to us, the Hyderabad Youth Group, speaks to us so lovingly, and then at the end of the conversation he asks us, Yemi, public meeting pettukundama, private meeting pettukundama? Meaning, shall we have a public meeting or a private meeting? In all our ecstasy, we said, Swami, public meeting, public meeting. Let all the devotees who are assembled in the Cyclone Hall have the greatest opportunity of listening to your divine discourse, Swami, we pleaded. Swami smiled and left. That evening at around 4:30, we all assembled in the Cyclone Hall, and Swami asked two of our young brothers to speak on that occasion. After that, Swami rose up and started speaking, and these were the words. This beautiful poem that we just heard was the poem that he rendered to all humanity. This word Grama Seva has 9 letters, the divine number 9. And each of these letters had an explanation. G stood for singing the glory of the Lord. R stood for the development of rural leadership. A for agricultural assistance. M for medical assistance. A for animal husbandry assistance. And then the concept of Seva came in, where S stood for Rama Seva, E for educational activities, V for value-based activities, and it was mentioned to us that after you do all these 8 different parameters of activities, what you achieve in your life is that Ananda, which denotes the alphabet A. Bhagawan's divine directions were very, very clear to us. He said, there are a number of organizations which were actually rendering service in the urban areas. He directed us to go to the villages and serve those poor villagers who need our support. And he said, go there and serve them, make their life comfortable, engage them in the spiritual aspects, was a clear clarion call to the Hyderabad youth. For over 2 decades, the Hyderabad Youth Group, under the divine directions of Bhagawan, ventured into many villages across the state of Andhra Pradesh, motivated hundreds of youth into the path of Seva, and this is the grandeur of the avatar of love. This was the starting point where youth in the Sai organization got energized. Swami started speaking to many youth groups across the country, Salem, Bangalore, Mumbai, and many more across the world. And thus, the first Sathya Sai World Youth Conference came into being. Dear brothers and sisters, over the last few weeks, Connecting Lives has wonderfully captured those glorious bhajans that we sang in the villages, inspired by the divinity of our Bhagawan. Each of this bhajan has a story which was very well narrated by our younger brothers who were a part of our group. The love and grace of our Swami was like the thread that binds flowers into a garland, and it is his love that actually motivated us to do more and more. in terms of Seva at His divine lotus feet. We are truly blessed to be a contemporary of the divine avatar who has descended on this earth out of His love and grace to be one amongst us. It is His Sankalpa that has made us to come and be one with Him. Let us all strive. Let all the youth of the Sai organization strive and march forward to take His message of love and service to greater heights, to be one with Him today, tomorrow, and ever after. Jai Sai Ram.